Hello everyone, it is Christine here. Now I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I had two packages arrive in the mail today. One of them I believe might be something I bought on eBay. I was actually wondering where it had got to. It hadn't been that long in the mail, but I think it's that. And then I think this might be a special little envelope from a friend from YouTube who has a channel called Creepy Cutie Crafty. So this is the channel of Creepy Cutie Crafty, and I know I've tried to say the name quite a few times when I haven't had it in front of me, and I think I have mangled it when I've said it, so I thought I'd show you so you can check it out. And they do incredible stitching, but also other crafts as well. But I've been particularly inspired by some of the blackwork adventures that they have been having. Just look at that. Look at that. Chicken scratch designs, and in fact I'd sent Heather some ribbons so that they could try some ribbon embroidery, because after I'd been watching this they were using sort of regular ribbons, so I thought I'd send some more of the sort of silk style and the imitation silk style that I have. But you can also see just such a variety of different crafts that they do, and with their crafting buddy Squinks. The Beatlemania one is well worth a look. There's just, yeah, so much sashiko. I think that's when I first started watching Creepy Cutie Crafty, so head on over there and give them some love, give them some subscriptions. I'm sure they would love to welcome you to the channel. So I'm going to open it up. If it's not from Creepy Cutie Crafty from Heather, then I will I'll need to refilm the start of this video. So I won't turn it over because it's got my address on the front. So I'll just try, and so I do tend to keep all the envelopes and things because these are all my stitchy friendships, which actually mean a lot to me. So I'll try and delicately remove the sticky tape if I can, and I want to keep this very sweet little rabbit. There we go. I might just tear it there so that the rabbit doesn't get torn. I can leave the rabbit down there. Ooh. What is in here? Oh my goodness, what have I got? Look at that. I do love birds, and I think Heather had discerned that from some of my stitching, and I love blooms. And how perfect is this? How perfect is this for the most recent two prompts that we've had for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, my blossoms. And then I don't think, oh no, I do have it in easy reach. Let me reach behind me. And then my bird and texture prompt. How perfect is that for that? So Royal Academy of Arts in the UK. So that's where Heather is located. And this piece is Richard Spear, Japanese white-eye, that's the type of bird, and it's a dry point and watercolor. Now I'm not a good artist myself, so I'm not sure what dry point is. I'm going to have to look up that as a technique. So Richard Spear, born in 1951, a master printmaker. And so he's also exhibited in Australia, the US and Japan. Isn't it lovely? Beautiful card. Okay, I'm going to open it up. I did say Miss Heather was going to, I said she'd like to send me back something when I'd sent her some ribbons, and I said, oh, I'd love one of your stitches. Isn't this amazing? Not stitches, sketches. Isn't this amazing? Look at the detail. That is incredible. Makes me want to put it onto fabric, print it onto fabric. I'd have to ask Heather's permission. Isn't that amazing? I wish I could draw it like that. I really do admire people that can. Yeah, I think for Heather this might be doodling, but it is incredible. I can see why things like the black work and the pattern making are something that Heather does so well. I adore that. Look at that. I'm just going to have to like stare at this for quite a while after this video. It is amazing, and just done, I think, in black. I guess a black pen, a black, very fine marker. But even the way the artful sort of dashes that give it a sense of dimension, it doesn't sort of sit flat. It's like these pieces are coming. I love this insignia here. Just love it. And then out to the, I wonder if this was part of a larger piece that you've cut down. My goodness, you should make these into cards and sell them. Absolutely, Heather. They are incredible. Oh, and beautiful blossom piece. Again, I just love it. Just love it. Look at it. And again, you could imagine, stitching around. You could actually make your own stitching designs as well. Beautiful bird. Adore that. Oh yeah, I wish I could draw like that. Maybe one day I can aspire to be able to just put the pen to paper and have it go where it needs to go. That's why I kind of enjoyed stitching so much, because I've found that I can actually create things that I like to look at in oh my goodness. I didn't know I was going to get a bit of Heather's stitching. Look at this. I am in love with that. Beautiful, beautiful bird. And I saw Heather just in one of her recent videos was doing Boro style stitching with squinks, and they were making some different things together over the school holidays. Isn't that lovely? Always have to look at the backside. The messy backside is what Annie Claxton and Annie from Arty Farty Annie and I, we love. But this isn't at all messy, Heather. This is lovely. I just love touching it, and I adore how you've taken quite utilitarian fabrics, so denim and probably recycled denim, which I absolutely love, and layered up in that way, and then stitched over it. I need to do some more of that, I think, because I tend to, when I'm doing like a thread painting or something, I won't have it as much over layers like this. But I just love that design of, I wonder if you drew this first, or did you just stitch it? Are you able, just like the way you can draw, are you able to just stitch that without having an underlying drawing? I definitely need an underlying drawing. So dear Christine, not apologies for the delay. I honestly was not expecting anything back. I hope you like the items I've included. No craft materials as requested. Yeah, I said don't send things. My room is to bursting. I will be kicked out of the house by Alex. But I had some fun creating these. Best wishes and happy crafting, Heather. I am so touched, Heather, and just, oh my goodness, I am blown away by your stitched artistry and your artistry with simple supplies, pen and paper, and making things as beautiful as each of these. Aren't they lovely? Aren't they lovely? I want to do some more bird stitching, like the sort of embroidery style. I might have to also take a little tracing of this and turn it into a little stitching as well. I'm going to treasure those. They'll be going up on my board, and I will be enjoying looking at them. But I'm first going to keep them down on the desk tonight, just to have a bit more of a pore over them after this video. So let's take a look. So this is something I don't have. I think I've got maybe one or two individual small items of these in my stash, if it's what I think it is, but not enough to kind of be able to happily stitch with and share. So when I saw this bulk lot come up, in fact I think it was 3 lots, but I made a special offer price on eBay. It was a make an offer one for all of the 3 lots, which I think will be 15 sets of the linen covered buttons. So isn't this lovely? They've used some vintage pattern includes making pattern as the wrapping. I do love that, and I will be keeping that as well. And I'll also keep the string and use that in my texture works. Now let's get these out of their little plastic bags. I suppose I can actually save the plastic bags and reuse those as well, even if they're just little tidy bags in my craft room. And all the sets will be pretty much similar. Some might not be a full set. It did say some of them were missing some buttons. But these are linen covered buttons, which I know Sarah from Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, she particularly loved these. So I might have to pop some of these in the mail as a little thank you to her for all the work she does with our Roxy projects. And I do have to come up with my next little giveaway, so I think some of these can go in as well as my beautiful laces, but I'll launch that properly in another video when I've had a full think through. I think it's going to need to include some doilies too, because I've had quite a few folks saying they really struggle to find doilies. So let's spread these out, and we'll have a closer look at one of them. Can't see all those ones up there. But we've even got a bonus piece of purple thread. Oh, another bonus piece of purple thread in there. So yeah, there's 15 total, and I think we're missing one button there, one button there, 3 buttons on this one, 2 buttons, 1, 2 and 2. So yeah, pretty complete. And these worked out, I think, about $3 for each card. Not sure what that says on it, 6 or G. Let's see if the others have got anything written on them. Well, yeah, they do look like they've got the same thing written. Maybe they were 6 cents originally. I think they've all got the same 6 written on it. I mean, I'm sure these were a sort of a bulk stash. Here's one of the ones that's not attached to the card. So yeah, just beautiful little linen buttons. So fabric covered, tiny little buttons, and I just love the discoloration that you can see on some of these. They are definitely antiqued up, and you can just tell the age of them even by their sort of back papers. So it's very sweet that someone's sewn them on, and then they've put this little bit of pasted this down to cover the threads at the back. So some of these, probably some of the full, it doesn't even worry me if I put some in my little haberdashery book that I'm going to make that don't have all the buttons attached. In some ways I think it's kind of nice to have one that's that's not fully intact. But I think they've all got the same thing written on the back of them. Let's just have a look. Oh, this one's got something slightly different, although it might be the 6. Oh no, I think it's still the 6. If anyone can guess it. Look, to me it looks like either a G or a 6 apostrophe and a C. Maybe it was 6 cents originally, which would mean these would be quite old. Unless it was 6 cents per individual button. But you'd think that they would have been selling the cards. I do just love to think about where these have come from, where they spent their life, or where the various places they might have spent their life. Yeah, I don't think we're going to solve the mystery of what's on the back of them, because it does seem to be pretty much I think it's, because you'd think if it was a G it'd be written differently. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's virtually the same written on all of the back of them, and it's just these little grids, and it's got a 18 apostrophe, so I'm not sure what that means either. Or is that just the number of how many are on each one? 3, 6 by 6. Oh, so it's 36 on each card. Is that right? Yes. 6 by 6. Yeah, 36 on each card. So that makes them, yeah, very cost effective. And yeah, when I saw them as a bulk lot, sometimes I've seen just small quantities of them, but this will keep me in my supply. It goes well with my beautiful mother of pearl buttons that I got as a massive stash. I didn't even entirely know I was getting these. I could see a jar or a bag of buttons, but to discover they were all beautiful mother of pearl buttons was such a delight, and I've really enjoyed sharing these with others when I send out my own happy mails. And so this will be a lovely addition to that. Do you like linen buttons? Do you have any in your stash? But yeah, they've got the very intricately made. They've got their little backing piece and just the stretch linen. Yeah, and you can feel I'm not sure if the texture of it will be coming up on screen. In fact, I'm going to try a technique that Martha suggested to me, which is you zoom in on the screen with your hand rather than moving your camera stand down, and then I can zoom out. And let me zoom in on these so you can take a closer look at these cards too. So yeah, they're quite incredible. And that's the back of them if anyone wants to do some deciphering. Unless it was someone's name, I'm not sure. Name of a shop, supplier. Who knows? The mysteries of our craft room. So yeah, this will be a shorter video. I am just incredibly touched by that, Heather. So thank you so much. These will be absolutely treasured by me as a little token of our stitchy friendship and just inspiration of what I would love to be able to achieve. I'm sure if I started, I'd be able to start to create some things. I think I need to do that before I do the next Fleur Woods class, where we're going to be, I think, drawing flowers onto fabric and then stitching those. So might need to get my confidence with drawing. So that is my stash. My stash of buttons and my lovely happy mail. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're having a lovely week. Hopefully you might have a little happy mail in your mailbox. And take care, everyone, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.